This is Majesty's Sussex Report, and I'm Antonio. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time here with us. And we're going to be talking about what's in the news and get to some of your comments. So, first up, a bombshell biography entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York by historian Andrew Lowney. So, lots to talk about there. Also, we'll be talking about the move that is turning heads. Prince William and Kate packing up and moving again. Listen, some people, okay. And also in the news, Archewell Foundation has finally cleared the US trademark process. So we'll speak a little bit about that. And also, there's some other things. The royal household in Norway in a big pickle. So that's some of the headlines we'll be talking about. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Well, welcome once again. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are enjoying these last weeks or so of what's left of summer, and you are finding things to make you happy and to make you joyful and to smile and to put some good stuff out in the world. Because, gee, we've got enough of the other stuff, right? Now, here's a question that I've got for all of you. Do you remember last year, around this time, we were all quite enthused about something, okay? We were all very enthusiastic and we were all sort of happy about something. Do you remember what that something is? Just around this time. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you said Colombia, you got it correct. Yes, around this time last year, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were in Colombia. And what a journey that was. What a journey. And I sort of look back at as to what I filed that day for our report. And here's what I filed. That sound, that theme, that tune used to mean something to me. It meant integrity, it meant accurate information, and it also meant unbiased information. It no longer stands for that.
Prince Harry and his wife Meghan have begun a 4-day tour of Colombia. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were invited by the country's Vice President for what's been nicknamed a DIY royal tour. Our South America correspondent Ione Wells has more from Bogota.
Ex-Prince Harry and his wife Meghan have arrived in Colombia for the first stop of a 4-day tour of the South American country. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were invited by the country's Vice President for what has been dubbed a DIY royal tour. Our South America correspondent Ione Wells reports from Bogota.
The BBC, once celebrated as a bastion of journalistic integrity, is increasingly losing its credibility, with a disturbing trend towards biased and superficial reporting. Objectivity, it seems, has become a secondary concern, particularly when covering the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Their recent visit to Colombia, a country rich in culture and history, was dismissed by the BBC as a mere DIY tour. A year has passed and not much has changed, has it? Not much has changed at all. I remember being so furious, like so angry, because it's the BBC. As much as I was still criticizing them for the way they were covering the Sussexes, to call this um, trip, to call their visit to Colombia a DIY tour, just emphasized even greater for me that the BBC had lost their journalistic integrity. Because what they were basically doing was just becoming a sort of tabloid, using the words and the sort of sensationalism of the tabloid press. And it was just so pathetically sad um, to witness that. Anyways, so a year, it's been a year. And it's just been quite incredible. So much has happened, so much has changed. And just to stay in this same theme, here is what some headlines were of just today. The UK media, UK press, toxic UK media press has so much that they could be talking about that is of actual importance. But no, let's just go through some of these headlines. So Meghan Markle inconsolable after being savaged by role model in brutal attack. I'll explain what that is later. Sort of ridiculous. Meghan Markle left inconsolable with tears after being harshly criticized by women she admired. Prince William mistrust of Meghan Markle is stalling peace with Prince Harry, author. It's now official. Meghan Markle admits that what's being said about her children, then it stops there. 24 times Meghan Markle dressed like Princess Diana. Moment Meghan Markle proved she was never going to follow royal family rules. Meghan Markle steals Taylor Swift style with Dion dress. My goodness. Inside Meghan Markle and Queen Elizabeth ego battle that tore a rift in the royal family. Meghan overshadowed as Taylor Swift update a wrecking ball to Duchess of Sussex. Inside the inside the making of Meghan Markle's wedding dress. I mean, really, these were all headlines today, all of them. I mean, really, it's it's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, you have to laugh at it now. It's unbelievable. Now let's get to some real stuff that they should be talking about.
Attention all royal fans, there is a new royal property that you need to know about, as The Sun can today exclusively reveal that Prince and Princess of Wales and their 3 children are moving out of Adelaide Cottage and into a new 8-bed home called Forest Lodge. You may never have heard of Forest Lodge before, but you will be hearing a lot about it in the future because this is intended to be the permanent home for William, Catherine, George, Charlotte and Louis. And therefore we do not expect the family to ever live at Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle now. So why are they packing up and leaving Adelaide Cottage after only 3 years for new beginnings at Forest Lodge? Well, some of you may raise eyebrows as this will be the 3rd home for the family in as many years. But there are reasons for this move. Because for the Waleses, Adelaide Cottage is seen as the cursed house, a place that holds too many bad memories. They moved in only weeks before the death of Queen Elizabeth II, and it was the house where Catherine was when she was diagnosed with cancer. It was the house where they learned William's father, the King, had cancer. The children are settled in Windsor. They are settled at school. The family enjoys the area, but they need a fresh start without the bad memories, and it's time to build newer and better ones. So what is Forest Lodge? Let's have a history lesson. Situated in Windsor Great Park, it began life in 1697, looking very different, and was called Holly Grove. It had many private owners for the next century before falling into royal family hands when it was sold to King George IV in 1829, who never lived there but moved in the deputy park ranger. Then in the 1930s, records show its name was changed from Holly Grove to Forest Lodge and has since hosted many different tenants. In 2001, it was valued at 5.5 million, and according to house price indicators, it is estimated at around 16 million pounds if it was placed on the open market. It comes with several cottages, outbuildings, a pond and tennis court, but crucially this is a family home and they will continue to have no live-in staff. Now, William is not buying Forest Lodge, it is owned by the Crown Estate, but William and Kate are footing all renovation costs and paying monthly rent themselves. There is no cost to the taxpayer. But planning applications seen by The Sun show modest renovations both inside and outside the Grade 2 listed home. This includes stripping of internal walls, windows and new flooring. As our exclusive photos show, there is an extensive amount of work going on both inside and outside to turn this 6-bed home into a house fit for princes and princesses, and they want to be in time for Christmas. So we know Windsor Castle, we will never forget Frogmore Cottage and cannot ignore Royal Lodge, but Adelaide Cottage is gone. Forget about it. And now give a warm royal welcome to Forest Lodge, where William, Catherine, George, Charlotte and Louis will be hoping for happier days after 3 years of hell.
I think at this point we should give Matt a standing ovation. Bravo. Bravo, Matt. Bravo. Oh my goodness. The theater. Now, did you folks get the word? Did you get the word? I thought it's pretty easy. So it's gas, light, in. Gaslighting. Yay! Okay, I'm corny, but it's gaslighting. Anyone who got that, bravo. Good for you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ferals and not ferals, and cats and dogs, all just gather around. Gather around. Yes, please, gather around. For the Ministry of Royal Excuses has issued its latest decree. Attention, all royal fans. No, not the fan with the air, like a fan, like you like. Oh, forget it. The Sun newspaper trumpets like a town choir, desperate to drum up interest in a street performance that's run a bit thin. Today's spectacle, the Prince and Princess of Wales, flanked by their 3 cherubs, are abandoning Adelaide Cottage. Why, you ask? Well, it's cursed, you see. We are told by the foul winds of sad memories and making a noble flight to the shimmering utopia of Forest Lodge. Forest Lodge, a name that rings with all the exclusivity of a gated kingdom and none of the humility its PR handlers preach. We are invited? No, we're not. Okay. We are commanded. It's a command to see this as the forever home of William and Catherine and their brood. Or is it brood? Yeah, I think that's brood. The same was said of Kensington Palace. You know, the one that they spent millions upon millions of pounds. Well, taxpayers spent it. Then there was Anmer Hall. I don't know what happened there, but I guess there was Ghost also there that made them all sad. Then came Adelaide Cottage, each a fresh start, costing more than the average Brit will earn in a lifetime. But don't fret, taxpayers, not a penny. I repeat, not a penny will leave your pockets. That's what they assure us. Just as it never did for Kensington's renovations. Yeah, we're that stupid, they think. Or for Amwer Country Spa. Now, do you remember there was this place called Frogmore Cottage that was supposed to be, refurbished and renovated at cost of that grand thing? Now, somehow, somewhere, Harry and Meghan paid it all back. Every single pence was paid back. And why? Why, pray tell, are they moving this time? Adelaide Cottage, we're told, is haunted, not by the ghost of colonial arrogance, but by bad memories. As if the proper cure for human suffering is an 8-bedroom upgrade in Windsor Park. Would that can you just imagine every time? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. uh, uh, would would that we all could soothe our ills by evicting tenants and commissioning custom tennis courts. If this is the logic, then England's homeless crisis might be solved by simply giving everyone a different mansion after each dark day. But wait, the real punchline arrives. Uh, Further with the Sun's usual subtlety, William, the self styled champion of the unhoused, makes space for his family's healing by, you guessed it, kicking out 2 existing families from cottages on the estate. Nothing says end homelessness like forcibly relocating the help so that you can expand the royal nursery. The irony is as rich as the crown's private purse. Yet, amid this pageantry of privilege, where is the righteous indignation of the UK press? Where are the banner headlines about waste, entitlement, and royal greed? When Harry and Meghan sought a single modest home in Frogmore Cottage, paid for with their own money, and handed it back where the state made a profit. The tabloids shrieked, the parliament demanded answers, and the public was whipped into a frenzy. Burn them at the stake, burn them, we need to see the baby, we want to. Now, as William's real estate game approaches monopoly champion levels, the media produces not scrutiny, but a glossy PR friendly bedtime story. Let us call this charade. What it is, it's not journalism, but fealty. Not reportage, but royal propaganda, where the suffering of the privileged is front page news. Oh, my dear. And the sins of the heir are spun as heroism, while despair and his family are offered nothing but scorn. This is a press that will sell you a golden fairy tale even as it robs the nation of the truth. So let's not be fooled. In the kingdom of double standards, the house always wins, and it's always bigger than yours. The audacity, the fragrant audacity, the barefacedness of it all. He stands there. I mean, I've never seen Matt so pleasant, so ready to explain and justify. And oh, and by the way, they will have no servants. I mean, who believes that? So if they have no servants, then why did they need the extra two cottages on the estate? Why did they need it? I mean, the hypocrisy, the blatant falsehoods. Oh, and of course, taxpayers will not pay anything at all, at all. Like William and Catherine are going to foot the bill. And then he goes on. This is how this is how beautiful this is. He goes on. I'm not quite sure why, perhaps to so that you can be sympathetic and have empathy, because he says something to the regards of extensive renovations will have to be done, you see, because it is this and it is that, and we hope that it will be ready for the children in Christmas time. Oh, give me a freaking break. I I I do not understand. I don't care actually to understand any longer how anyone who's got at least one faculty functioning well can listen to this barrage of nonsense and believe it. And honestly, believe it. I still cannot believe that there are people who are still flying the freaky flag of, oh gosh, I was going to say something really rude. But do you folks, do you not find a little bit suspicious that he keeps, like, I don't know, going further and further into the forest? And did you not love when he said, Matt said, and this is a family home. It's a family home. What is that, like a code for stay away? It's a family home. It's not like Kensington Palace. I don't know. Is William trying to isolate Catherine, or is this part of their deal that they've got? So she gets to stay there and he gets to do whatever he does. It's fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating to be on this side and to watch how these people are so blatant, and they have a story to cover every bloody thing instead of paying attention to that story, this same story. No. Talk TV, top to bottom. Meghan, Harry. Oh, did you folks hear the latest? That Prince Harry called Beckham to ask him to loan him money. I am not SHITING. I'm not that you. I'm not. I'm not. Like literally, they had that as a headline. They had that as a headline. I mean, what is wrong with people? I mean, you've got to, I'm going to quote Prince Harry again. If you, I don't know what's wrong with me, but if if the truth is right in front of you and you don't want to accept it, you don't want to see it, then there's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can do for you. Your ignorance is beyond. It's beyond. It's like I was watching this other thing. Um, Gosh, I forgot her name now, but she was debating. Oh, I should find it and show it to you folks. There's this black dude. He's sitting there, and the ignorance. He's so whitewashed. He's talking about why should there be reparations. He's talking about there's no racism. Racism doesn't exist. That anything that happens to listen. Yeah, let me just end this segment because because I'm going to go into a tirade now. All right, ending this segment.
Let's be clear, a certain couple have never paid out of pocket for renovations in their royal homes. Not once. Every new kitchen, every new luxury upgrade, taxpayers always covered the bill. So why in 2025 will the Prince and Princess of Optics suddenly start funding Forest Lodge themselves? Spoiler, they will not. I can guarantee it. The media will spin it as if they are personally footing the costs, but the money will come from the Duchy of Cornwall, an estate that this person controls only because the Parliament grants it, and which exists at the expense of the public. The irony? Whether it's the taxpayers directly or indirectly, it's still us. This comes from a man who is campaigning to end homelessness while upgrading his 6th mansion. We see the game. It's not generosity, it is PR. And yeah, either way, you and I, we're paying. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur, and for more insights like these, please like, share, comment, and follow me. So here's what the press won't tell you. Apartment 1A in a certain palace isn't an apartment at all. It's a 20-room mansion with 4 floors, multiple reception rooms, staff quarters, and a private walled garden. After Princess Margaret died, the property didn't revert to royal family use. It was managed by Historic Royal Palaces, an independent charity that looks after royal sites for the public. So HRP used the space for offices, for storages, and for exhibitions. When a certain couple decided that they wanted it, HRP didn't just happily hand it over. There was a long and lengthy legal process and a lot of reluctance. Why? Because the property was a public asset and not private entitlement. Eventually, the charity was forced to return apartment 1A to the royal household, paving the way for a certain couple to move in. And the renovation costs, it was reported to be around £4.5 million, covered by the taxpayer via the sovereign grants. Even the roof and asbestos removal were billed to the public. So let's be clear, this couple did not buy apartment 1A. They did not inherit apartment 1A. They didn't privately fund the renovations to apartment 1A. They got a prime royal mansion because the system bent over backwards to make sure that they got it and to make sure that the public footed the bill. So the media calls it their apartment. It's not an apartment, it is a mansion. And the reality is that the public heritage was repurposed into private luxury. If this was the couple that is living their life in Montecito, if this was them, the papers would have torn them apart. But this is what you get from the papers, the hypocrisy, where you have one couple lauded for doing the barest minimum, and the couple who are making their own money, who are not taxpayer funded, they get derided every single day. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur, and for more insights like these, please like, share, follow, and comment, please.
Okay, my beautiful people, it's time for some humor. By the way, my name is Little Tony. I live to laugh.
I better lick you in your face with B.S. for bring the remote, come give me. C.S. call your poop and tell him say you're hungry. D.S. for don't pass your place with me, little girl. E.S. for every day me get up, me tell you wash your dirty plate them. F is for fix your face. G is for God, if you're not too busy. H is for hi, sir. I is for I don't want you. J is for just wait until me come up the field. K is for kill the one I don't want kill me, yeah. L is for leave me alone in the name of Jesus. N is for money. Money me want, give me money. N is for no. O is for one last time me I tell you this. P is for pour out a cup of water, care come give me. Q is for quench your thirst with your spit, cause I'll know you don't refill the water in my fridge. R is for run go for the belt, come give me. S is for stop the ramping with your little fool friend there. D is for take up the clothes them from off of the ground. U is for who no think I yesterday me man. V is for vegetable fit in your food. W is for wipe off your foot before you come in my house. X is for excuse me. This who you're talking to. Y is for you take up your book for a morning. Z is for see what behavior you have. A is
I am not joking when I say that is every single mom that I know, every mother that I know that is from the Caribbean. Every single mother. Okay, maybe not all of them, but just just like that. Oh yeah, that just brought some smiles to my face. Made me laugh. It is incredible when you've got a corrupt media. It's incredible the things that you can get away with when the media is willing to, do the things that they should not be doing, covering up for your lack of any other better word, your inability to rise to the occasion of your position, of your stature, and be a good person. I mean, it is incredible. It's night and day when you look at Prince Harry and you look at Prince William. Such hope that is just vanished. And I don't know whether it's just the firm that got to him at an early age, because they are separated, right? They are educated differently, they're treated differently, and with, you know, dear Princess Diana not being there to sort of be that other side of the coin, basically, to show him compassion, to teach him empathy, and all those other things. He just seems to be this egotistic, pompous jack. You know what? So it is sad to see such stark difference between the two princesses. Like Prince Harry is so different, right? And I understand. Like, look, listen, I'm different than my brothers. We are different people. There's certain things that are common. There's commonality, but such stark difference. It's just really, and it's kind of sad though to see how the media just props him up. And actually, I just remembered. I forgot. I have one more clip I wanted to show you folks. Hang on tight.
I do think if you pull the lens back a bit, you'll remember those years of Workshire Will, etc. We got through them. They're an incredibly impressive couple, greater than the sum of their parts, particularly when it comes to William. But one of the key problems is with the departure of the Sussexes, and I think as humans we all need this, we all need someone to push off, to compete with in a healthy way. You remove any kind of competition. And at the same time, the predominantly right-wing press have pushed William and Kate up on this incredible, untouchable pedestal. So really, I think, to an extent, understandably, he pretty much feels he can do what he like. We've made him untouchable in some.
Down where we said literally nothing, it was relentless, and that was a real eye opener for me. I never thought that we'd be away from it completely, but I did think that we would get some form of peace. But that's when I realised that actually our mere existence outside of that institutional control was more of a threat.
I want all the people who are really fixated on why Harry is taking his, personal family trauma so public to really sit with that clip. Because when you're a generational cycle breaker, you are in a lose-lose situation. Because even if you try to say, okay, I'm not going to fight anymore, I'm not going to rise to the occasion, I am just going to go and find my peace off with my new nuclear family by ourselves, you are still a threat to the system. You are showing there are other ways of being outside of the system. I can only imagine how much more true that is for something like the royal family.
And there you have it, right? I think what Tessa was saying is just absolutely spot on. Spot on. Because if the media, right, which works as the what is it, the fourth estate, keeps their duty, their job is to keep these people with power accountable, keep them honest. But in the UK, there is just this corrupt media that is just there to maneuver and to get what they want out of, this kind of control of the population. And look, there's so much stuff going on presently that today more than ever, we need an honest media. We need honest reporters. We need journalists who will do their job, what they supposedly signed up for, right? And I mean, this is not just a problem in the UK. In the UK, it's really deep down, but it's all over now, everywhere. You really have to check your information and make sure you're not getting information just from one outlet. And the whole thing also, when you break in, this sort of trauma within the family and trauma that has been passed down, the abuser doesn't want you to succeed. The abuser doesn't want others to see you succeed. And when that abuser is an institution, it's even worse, because they have the tentacles and the reach and the power to really make things difficult for you. So every single milestone, every single thing that Prince Harry and Meghan have achieved, oh, thank you, baby Jesus. And thank you to each and every one of you. The Sussex squad is people who show up, make sure that we are there. We leave comments on whatever they're doing. We do our best to show up, right? I mean, how many of us had Netflix on playing Polo over and over and over and over? And once again, this is a plug for Polo. If you do go watch it again, it's really good actually. Like I really enjoyed it, and I started watched it again about a week ago, and it's just I really enjoy it. I had lots of fun. Um, let's get to some of your comments. All right, so here we go. Guylaine said, Harry is the best, very intelligent, and a leader. Certainly is. Certainly is. Um, Callie Jen said, Harry, always a soldier. It's not so true, right? I think that formation, that training that he received was just, it's like it activated parts of his gene that was prone to be that type of person, right? And you just see him take to it like like fish to water. It's just instinctive, almost. And the the integrity, the honesty that he's got, I mean, that you have, you're either that type of person or you're not, right? And he's a person of his word. He's a person of dignity. He's a person that shows empathy and all of those things. An honest man. And it's just really incredible. And that goes to show, I mean, to talk about him writing that letter, right? And sending that, making sure that the reef is there for the VJ Day. And the words, recognizing those in the forgotten war, recognizing his grandfather, Prince Philip. And he writes it with such empathy, with such understanding, because again, a soldier, right? He understands that journey. He doesn't just wear the uniform as a costume, as decoration, cosplay. No, he doesn't. He gets it. You know, it's incredible. Kylie Jen said it also. Antonio, another great song. Oh, that's the song for With Love, Megan. I thank you, thank you. Here, I'm going to see if I can play it here. A little bit of it. No, I can't play it because I can't do two things at the same time. Yeah.
With love, Meghan. She's got a smile and a spark.
All right, we've got Connie Bomber. Connie wrote, "Thank you, Antonio. That was beautiful, amazing, and exceptionally sweetly put together. Thank you so much, Connie. I try my best." Kali Jen, no cosplaying displayed. The left behind Windsors should take their cues from the actual soldiers. Yes, they should. You wear the uniform because you earned the right by serving in the military. It's incredible. And you know what really surprised me? I was just doing some other stuff when I was putting together the episode with Prince Harry and for V I can't speak now, for VJ Day. and realized that so many prince and princesses, heir to the throne of their respective country, go through military training, and actually, so in the military, the one that and even though I knew this, I don't know why it kind of surprised me that it was actually 3 years that she's going to be in the military, and it's La Infanta or Princess Eleanor of Spain. She is to be the next. Well, she will be the queen, and she goes through. She has to go through each part of the military. So the army, navy, air force. What's the other one? I think those are the three, right? But she's going to spend 3 years in active duty and training, same as in Belgium, same as I think in Denmark. So these folks are going through that training. It's incredible, truly is. Um, Mary H wrote, "Hi Antonio and Squaddies. Antonio, thank you for telling our Duke of Sussex Montecito story of his love of the military that was stripped from him to degrade him because of him being a protective husband and father, but they only lifted him up to the halls of the heroes. A good and honorable man. We love you. Good King Harry. Team Sussex." Oh, Mary H., you got it. Absolutely, absolutely. What an incredible thing that the daggers, the sort of evil that they wanted cast upon him, it 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 didn't affect him in the way they wanted to. Instead, what God above, the Almighty, that energy, that force in the universe, what it did was that it converted that. It also made people like us see with brighter eyes and be able to say, no, you're not going to do this to this man. We know what you're doing. You're not going to do it to this man. This is a good man, a good man. And we will continue to pray and build those walls of protection around that family. JD Yates wrote, "Always proud to see Harry, all he has achieved for his fellow veterans. Total respect." It's so, again, he saw injured soldiers. He saw his fellow injured soldiers. And he also knew the kind of treatment that was going to be available to them back home and what was not going to be available to them. And he did something about it. He didn't just talk, he didn't just like, he did something about it. I mean, the Invictus Games is incredible, incredible. And we need to keep our eyes wide open because I don't trust those nasty, nasty, evil people in the firm. I don't trust them. Not one bit. Andrea wrote, "Nice. This is so good to see." That's great, Andrea. I'm happy to hear that. All right. Let's let's get to another topic. So, Mariusburg Harby, the 28-year-old eldest son of Norway's crowned princess Mette Marit from a previous relationship, has been formally indicted on 32 criminal charges, including 4 counts of rape, 1 with intercourse and 3 without, under Norway's broader legal definition of rape. Authorities say these charges stem from alleged assaults on multiple former partners, some involving filming the incidents without consent. Additional allegations include domestic violence, threats, vandalism, violating restrictions, and driving without a license. The maximum sentence, if convicted, could be up to 10 years in prison. The trial may begin as early as January of next year. Wow. So, Marius was born 1997 in Oslo. Marius is Crown Princess Mette Marit, son from before her marriage to Crown Prince Haakon. He holds no royal titles or succession rights and has never played an official public role. He has faced multiple legal issues in recent years, including a 2017 drug conviction and several arrests in 2024 related to alleged assault and other disturbances. His attorney maintained that he denies the most serious charges, though he may admit to some lesser offenses. Crown Prince Haakon, Marius' stepfather, stated the I royal just family realized will that it's continue almost an fulfilling their
hour.
duties I'm telling you, despite the challenging
when
and
you're
difficult
actually
situation.
enjoying what you're doing, the time just flies
Norway's
so
royal
quickly.
palace has emphasized that
I just
this
looked
is
and
a
I went,
matter of
"What?
the courts
We're almost an
and
hour,
that
man." Anyways,
Marius will not receive
so did you
preferential
know that
treatment due
Prince
to his
Harry
royal
and Meghan
connections.
just reached a major milestone with their Archewell Foundation? After nearly 5 years, their trademark for Archewell has finally been cleared by the US Patent and Trademark Office, the last official step before full recognition. But if you're wondering, what does that mean, or why should anyone care about trademarks anyways? Think of a trademark as the official lock and key to your brand. It's like putting your name on your lunchbox at school so everyone knows it's yours and no one else can take it, copy it, or pretend that it belongs to them. For Harry and Meghan, trademarking Archewell means um, they legally can protect the name for all of their charity works, media projects, and educational programs. No other company or person can hijack the Archewell name to make money or cause confusion. So why is it so important um, for them and for Archewell? It's because ever since they left, officially that royal life, um, Harry and Meghan have been built in Archewell as their new identity, a blend of charity, media, and storytelling that that is able to stand alone, stand by itself. Getting the trademark is proof that Archewell is independent, credible, and protected from imitators or critics who might try to cash in on their work.
They're also in the process of trademarking Archewell audio, which covers everything from podcasts to live performances. This shows how serious they are about telling their own stories and building a global brand. So, in short, trademarking isn't just paperwork, it's how Harry and Meghan make sure Archewell is truly theirs. It's the foundation for everything they're building, from helping communities to sharing stories that inspire the world. Well, and here we are. The explosive allegations in Entitled: The Rise and Fall of the House of York by Lorne. Andrew Lorne, biography of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, is packed with sensational claims, painting a damning portrait of the Duke of York and critical insights into Fergie's conduct. Here are some of the book's most explosive allegations. This has to do with Prince Andrew and relationship with Epstein. The book asserts that Prince Andrew's relationship with Epstein was far deeper and began years before Andrew claims. The biographer alleges Andrew was easy prey for a rattlesnake like Epstein and was exploited for access to respectability and influential contacts. Epstein reportedly sold Andrew's most intimate secrets to foreign intelligence agencies, including Mossad and Saudi authorities. The author also cites testimony from Epstein's former driver, who claimed he drove Andrew and two young girls around who seemed like they were 18, not sure, doing lines of white powdery substance. You folks know what that is. To a hotel in New York. Andrew is depicted as a addict of sex who allegedly had relations with up to 3,000 women. Some he met through Epstein. The book claims Andrew lost his V at the age of 11 and hosted more than a dozen women in his Bangkok hotel room during one visit, with hotel staff reportedly shocked at the volume. Lord. Andrew is alleged to have exhibited unbelievably cruel behavior towards staff, calling a royal staffer a effing imbecile for an etiquette slip and firing employees for minor personal reasons, such as wearing a nylon tie or having a visible mole. The biographer suggests bullying, profanities, and impossible demands were routine with Buckingham Palace, allegedly wary of exposing any report that might also highlight Andrew's conduct while investigating complaints against Meghan. Yeah, man. So the biographer asserts that Andrew was not shy about soliciting gifts and sometimes received large handouts from international figures while serving as the UK's special representative for international trade and investment. He allegedly demanded a Faberge, I can't, a Fabergé egg and worked with questionable regimes. Sarah Ferguson is said to have accrued debts exceeding 5 million by 1994, despite having substantial income and multiple bailouts from Queen Elizabeth II. Fergie also reportedly struck high-paying magazine deals to fill the post-Diana gap in celebrity coverage. Man, it's just, and I mean, there's the whole thing also that Prince Philip and Fergie's mother had an affair. It's just all so, you know, one before I forget, it's interesting how everything that they accuse Prince Harry and Meghan, and we've said this before, is all projecting. It's all projecting. All of this stuff is true, but it's not on Harry and Meghan. It's on those other ones on Salty Island. Those are the ones. All they do is they change the name and project on, this person's this person divorced, and Harry and Meghan this, Harry and Meghan that, Harry and Meghan are bullies. All of it is true. It's just that they are pointing all of those things to the wrong people. And they're doing it intentionally, of course, right? The other thing that I've said before here is that there is a certain amount, I would say a large amount of naivete that the royals have, that I think the courtiers and so on keep them stupid. And I don't mean stupid in the sense that you're not intelligent, but stupid in the sense that you don't know how to boil water, right? And they depend on these people who have their own interest, have their own agenda, but they're completely dependent. If a courtier says, no, you can't do that, no, do this, walk over here, do that, they do it. I don't remember, was it a book I read? Was it a series? I don't remember which one, but in whatever it was, this is the memory that I have, was that the person that was, let's say, for example, the prince, right? Everyone looked at them like they held the power. You know, they commanded this, they give the orders. But as soon as the door was closed, behind closed door, the person who held the power was the manager, the courtier, and that person was quite abusive, right? And here you are, not thinking that this person who you think have power is being abused by their handler, right? That whole relationship, courtier and the royal family members, is just they really and need to do an overhaul of things and get qualified people in there. But listen, the firm doesn't want it like that because the people who run all of that, they're part of it, right? But it goes to show like how naive. I mean, come on. And it goes to show also the this the sickness and what that amount of privilege and money could just distort and make you into a walking imbecile. And I mean, we hear the same things about the king, about his toothpaste needing to be a certain way, his eggs can only be boiled for 2.5 seconds, and all this nonsense. Such nonsense, such petty, stupid nonsense of very privileged people. I just it's like even thinking back to Prince William and this, we're moving you're moving from one mansion, yes, call it a cottage if you want, call it an apartment if you want, but because you have bad memories, I'm sorry. What was there like a spirit in the house? Was there paranormal activities happening? Was someone un, unalived in the house? Like what exactly? Because life is made up of challenges. Things happen. People get cancer. People get sick. One day your father is saying good night. The next day he's gone. He's dead. That is life. So you mean to tell me the one of the reasons that they're given why they're moving houses is because, well, it's been 3 very difficult years. Has it? Has it? Because to this day, and I don't want to get into much into it because we've discussed this ad nauseum, but I still don't understand how they went from not really having cancer, well, not having cancer, to, oh, they found something, but it's not cancer, it's pre-cancer. So we're going to do pre-cancer treatment, excuse me, but we did chemotherapy, or we did chemotherapy for 6 months, and there's no manifestation or reaction of the chemo on the, like, I'm sorry. And a person who's gone through chemo and having cancer treatment, even though you didn't have cancer, is pre-cancer, and then you're telling people to go stand in the sun. Like, I don't, I like, come on. They're using this, and look, all due respect, I don't know Kate Middleton. I don't have her medical chart in front of me. So, I wish her the best, and whatever illnesses she has, I truly hope that she's able to um, get well and be better, right? So, with all that said, everyone that I know that have had cancer, it's not like that at all. Of how they've even spoken about it. So I don't know what's going on there, but what kind of privilege, what kind of white privilege you've got to have, that because life is happening to you, you've decided, I need to change houses. Well, we had 3 years where, like, grandpa died, grandma died, and there was pre-cancer, father has cancer, we think. But what does the house have to do with it? Life experience is still going to be life experience. You are still going to have those experiences in your mind, your head, your body, or whatever, when you move to the other mansion. It makes no sense what they say, or the excuses that they invent. And again, I come back to what I said originally. Who who are these? Oh, why do you even bother? Because you really have to have zero faculty left, like no functioning faculties in your brain to just blindly accept everything these people say to you. It's just amazing. Amazing. And these idiots continue to just, all of their programs, all of their podcast, all of it's all about Meghan, Meghan, Meghan. Because Meghan is kashing, kashing, kashing. They wouldn't have a podcast. They wouldn't have a show. They wouldn't have anything if they didn't include Meghan. I'm not joking. Like they should be a royalty system set up so Meghan Sussex can have royalties given to her for all of these people who keep putting her name in their mouth. Incredible. Just incredible. So here we are, ready to wrap things up. The question that still lingers a bit is, where and how do we close this episode, I guess? We've traced the gilded trajectory of privilege from William's homelessness crusade, right? Paraded in the press, yet underpinned by a carousel of taxpayer funded estates. The irony isn't lost. While he stands as the national face of compassion, the optics of endless moves, each costing millions, reveal the luxury of unaccountability. As historian Tessa Dunlop candidly observed, Yes, even the so-called experts can see it. He moves in the shadows of entitlement, protected and polished by a press unwilling to hold him to account. We then turned our gaze north on Norway, on their royal family, where the crown princess faces the harrowing limelight of her son's indictment. A sad reminder that privilege does not always shield from pain, but it can distort the collective response. And speaking of distortion, we examined entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, a revelation that came through this biography, exposing Prince Andrew's deeply troubling ties to Epstein, financial murk, and scandalous behavior. Here again, we see the monarchy's legacy unraveled, courtesy not of poor Meghan or Harry, but of long guarded secrets, deflected responsibility, and projection. On a quieter note, we acknowledge a rare bright spot, Archewell's US trademark now cleared by PTO, symbolizing Harry and Meghan's intentional and independent forging of their own identity, a brand of authenticity, storytelling, and service, free from the gilded imprint of palace shadows. And finally, we circle back to that surreal moment, courtesy of the son, Matt, the excuse that only someone as privileged as William could justify moving homes because one holds bad memories. That's not leadership. That's a symptom of isolation, of living life unchanged, cushioned by privilege. So as we wrap up today, let's sit with one final thought. Privilege without accountability is the most corrosive force in public life. When the press becomes the palace's echo chambers, when the crowns go unchallenged, we don't just lose integrity, we lose our capacity for justice. And in this story, the real tragedy isn't the glamorous homes or any of these glamorous stories. It's the erosion of scrutiny where it needs to be. It's the silencing of the truth and the telltale silence when power acts unchecked. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. It's a long one today. And I am going to leave you with two things. If you want to watch it. If you can't, that's okay. But I do give you a bit of a warning, trigger warning here. Remember, I said earlier in the podcast that there was a debate, and this one fellow was debating whether reparations were just or not. So I got the clip, and I'm going to show it to you. But then also I'm going to end with our beautiful and wonderful Duchess making pasta. So that I want to leave us at least with um, some something joyful, because this next clip could be a little bit hard to watch and listen to. So just a quick warning, okay? It's about 5 minutes long, so up to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. New subscribers, thank you for being here. Stick around and be part of the community. Leave comments and likes and share and all of that. And to my very sweet wine, my vintage wine of subscribers and members, my royal members, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You've been the backbone of this channel. And I love you all so very much for everything that you do. Thank you. Until we speak again, take care. Mwah.
On your chain?
This is a coin from Israel.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, you gotta go.
That's a choice that you are making for yourself.
Yes. The thing with the whole reparations thing, and I don't know, we're probably close to the same age, so maybe you can't call me.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
I am 44.
Oh, really? Oh, you look young.
Thank you. That's what water and keeping stress out of your life will do.
Really? Mm-hmm. Liberal positions are real stressful.
By the way, I wouldn't know. I'm not a liberal. Carry on.
Well, it's the liberal position, because conservatives believe in hard work. We believe in going to work and working for what you got, not asking for handouts from people who never had slaves. Some of the people that you're asking for money from never had slaves. Okay. And let's talk about the fact there were also black people that had slaves. So if you want to talk about that, how is that fair? If I'm a white person and my family fall on the side of the Union, why should I have to pay for slaves when this whole country was never all racist? Some of the founding fathers were abolitionists, and they hated slavery. And they actually put things in the Declaration of Independence and things too, because they believed that there'll be a future where there would be a black president one day, or that there would be people in leadership that were black. There was people in the North who helped with the Underground Railroad and fought with the Union. So why is that fair for people who never had slaves, who fought against slavery, to have to pay for people that had slaves?
One, from my understanding, you are more interested in preserving the fairness of those who didn't have slaves than the fairness of those who are the descendants of slaves. That is priority to you than finding a fair way to accommodate those who have been the descendant of slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts. They were asking for equal opportunity. And we have equal opportunity in this country. We had a black president, just in case you didn't know. We had a black president and we had a black vice president. I think she was black. They said she was black. I don't know. So we had a black president, and you know who voted for that black man? White people, because you can't win a popular election in this country without white people. So Barack Obama is the product of white people. So let's get off this thing where, America is so racist. What's making America so racist is people that continue to talk about racism and continue to focus on racism instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward. People that have this liberal mindset are infecting our communities, black people, and making us victims and not victors. I refuse to embrace a victim mentality, because that's not what our grandparents and Harriet Tubman and those people fought for. They fought for equal opportunity.
Do not bring up Harriet Tubman's name in vain, baby. Please.
I said the Lord's name in vain. Lord's name.
Harriet Tubman was literally saving her family and others from slavery.
Yeah. You know who helped her? White people.
You know who helped her?
They were on the Underground Railroad.
Who helped her?
Come on in.
You know who helped her?
God and
people who benefit from white supremacy. One of the things
it's a lie. White supremacy is a lie.
No, sir, that's simply not true. If that were not the case, then we wouldn't see the continued effort of colonialism and white people placing themselves in positions of power when they do not have the power.
Because their culture. Black culture is toxic. The black culture is toxic. We have produced a culture that is toxic. And let's get on the fact that there's no fathers in the black home. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Stop.
Let's talk about that.
None of this is gonna work if y'all are just gonna sit here and make up shit.
It's
not gonna work. No, a debate has to be in facts.
You're putting off emotional liberalism right now. I am not
putting off emotional liberalism. You're putting off unfounded lies.
That's what y'all
based
do. Y'all
in
start saying
conservatism.
misinformation. Remember they did the misinformation thing all summer where everything conservatives did. They said
You're carrying a chain around your neck of an apartheid nation that actively wants to harm black people and non-Jewish people. But let me bring it back. Let me bring it back.
Selling black people in Africa.
That was not happening in the context that you're saying.
And they were selling their own people. Black people still sell their own people today too, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to last. We're selling our own people today too.
I don't know if I'm going to last.
You probably won't last with me.
I won't because your ignorance is so overwhelming.
See, that's liberals. Y'all start name calling when y'all get defeated in an argument.
You won't have an argument because you keep cutting me off.
Oh, well, that's fine if they don't let me come back up. I made my point.
You didn't make your point.
I made my point.
You haven't made your point. And let me just tell you about your point. You started off saying, we believe in hard work.
Yeah.
And we believe in being compensated.
Reparations is not, though. Reparations is not hard work. It's stealing. It's Robin Hood.
You said you believe in hard work.
Yes.
And you believe in being compensated for hard work.
Yes.
Were slaves compensated for their work?
They weren't compensated for their work. But why should people who are sitting at home playing video games, smoking marijuana,
are you sitting at home playing a video game? Are you sitting at home playing a video game?
The people that they wanted
Am I sitting at
reparations
home
for.
playing a video game? No.
The people
And
they
I don't
want
know
reparations
I don't
for.
know who these people are that you're talking about because the majority of the black community is not sitting at home playing video games.
The majority of the black community is doing a lot of things.
Where are you getting that statistic?
Pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
I knew I was going to be surrounded by ignorance, but damn. Let's go.
With love, Meghan. She's got a smile and a spark, a recipe for everyday joy. In the kitchen,